90.5 is WUOG Athens. You're listening to another socially distant episode of D90.5. I forgot the name of the show for a second. This is your DM Chase, and with us we've got, in order from youngest to oldest.
Oh my gosh, am I the youngest?
Yeah.
Yay, okay. My name is Isabel. I play Chad Solo, the human barbarian rat boy.
My name is Will. I play Cort, Cort Lochewer, human Ken student alchemist.
Technical difficulties, my apologies. I'm Anne. I play Gwen, a half-elf townie, but really, she's a ranger.
I think that's
Townie's
kind
my favorite
of that's implicit. Do you want a multi-class as a ranger and a townie?
Ooh, I like that.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, I have no idea what that looks like, but here we are. And this episode, as Will fondly termed it earlier, is a beach episode. You know, in your good favorite anime, when they just spend like an episode on a beach and learn something about themselves and each other, that's this episode. It's not that I didn't have something planned. It's more like what I planned kind of seemed far-fetched, and I wanted y'all to like just chill for a bit and like get to know each other while I flesh that out. So, just a quick summary of last week, if you recall. The gang went out to Iron Horse, met Jackie, the horny bird man, and met the lady, who was at odds with Jackie over her mirror. And last we saw, she was zooming off into the sunset on her Iron Horse. We'll pick up right there. I think y'all get back to Michael Stipe's home in his Ford Bronco, which is a ridiculous statement to make out loud, and I don't think I'll ever get over the fact that I'm telling Michael Stipe what to do with my brain. I think when y'all get back, Fern and Michael are going to request a debrief of what happened, and we can summarize that all up with what I just said. And Michael turns and he says, well, so it looks like we've got 3 of the 7 things down. Check my math there. But we got Bud Knights you vanquished, and then the issue with my good friend Mike, and finally the snakes under the Iron Horse.
Hold up. Back in the day, were they battling Bud Knights?
Battling Bud Knights? I'm sure they didn't have Bud Knights as we know it, but from what y'all described, it sounds like some magic animated some items and they became sort of combatants. I would guess it'd be something more along those lines. Probably something cooler like armor and swords and stuff, but like, you know, you work with what you got around. Sometimes that's cardboard boxes.
Fair enough.
So now that we've come this far, how are y'all feeling? Let's just go down the line. I can't imagine the sort of mental stress that this puts on y'all.
Yeah, I'm straight up not having a good time right now. I don't have legs.
Oh, no. I think your legs probably came back as soon as the lady left.
Okay, good. I was wondering how we were gonna do the rest of this.
You know what? Maybe they didn't come back. You know? Would that be interesting? Do we want to play?
We just gotta keep Chad in the Ford Bronco.
Do we want to?
I would prefer not to, because I think I have a really big agility, or like acrobatics or whatever, in athletics, which I think would be like, what's it called, bonus roll or proficiency, that I think would be a little bit screwed up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you skip arm day, bro?
You're so athletic and so acrobatic that you don't even need your legs. You can just
That's
walk around
so
your hands like a gorilla.
Michael sort of like grimaces, and Fern raises her hand sort of timidly, and she goes, if I could interject here, I don't know what you're talking about, ability scores and all that, but I think if you gave me some time, I could craft up a little bit of legs for you, just so sort of prosthetic out of maybe like clay and leaves and stuff. But they'd work. They would work just like your real legs. I think I can.
No,
I
just
think I can sort of manage a little bit the magic stuff that's going on around us. But I
can
need.
you paint the Psi Alpha Pi logo on it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Anything else design wise you want on your legs?
You know in Tiger King, how that guy had those big like clown legs?
Yes, I
I
do.
want that with the Psi Alpha Pi.
Like insane clown posse legs.
Yes.
She goes, all right.
Hey, Chad, can we sign your legs?
Yes.
Ooh, I would like that.
And she goes,
Absolutely.
all right.
Hey,
That's.
Chad, next time we see the lady, you should ask if she'll sign your legs.
I
And
just spit my frozen lemonade on me.
oh no.
Okay.
And Fern goes, all right. Great. I can work on. I think I'm gonna call these jugga legs, but
Oh my god.
this is
I
so,
hate that.
this is for all you juggalos and juggalegs.
For the gigolos? Or the juggalos?
Juggalos.
I heard gigolos.
Some would say the better of the two.
Yeah,
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
honestly,
Cort
definitely
cracks
could.
open a Fago.
Fern goes, I'll get to work on these legs for you, but it'll take me around a day, so go ahead and rest tonight and spend a little bit of time tomorrow, and then come back and see me. All right?
Do you need me help, Fern?
You know,
I
if
could collect leaves.
yeah. It sounds like you know your way around a forest. Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe we could go find some of the ingredients together.
Yeah,
All right.
that'd be nice.
Well, I'll get to work on those legs. But any sort of like other concerns, like I know physically you lost limbs, but any sort of mental things going on? How's everybody feeling?
I mean, we did just witness a lot. I feel
Yeah.
like the most traumatizing part wasn't even witnessing Jackie getting like obliterated, but more so witnessing Jackie tie himself up and do a striptease to Phoebe Bridgers.
We've had a real doozy of a day.
Yeah. No, I do understand how there could be some challenging themes in what you've seen. Sort of not suitable for all audiences.
No, not suitable for any audience, one could argue.
Yeah, so between
There's a reason it's kept behind a paywall.
Cort would like to spend this episode in therapy.
Beach episode with your therapist. You know, folks, go to therapy. It's kind of crazy out. If you feel the
we
need,
can't tell them. We can suggest they go to therapy.
I was talking to y'all for sure, but
Oh, I thought you were calling on listeners to action.
sort of wider. If you feel the need to go see a therapist, I would recommend it. Go and research potentially if you'd like, and find what works for you. But so Fern kind of nods her head, and she said, yeah. So Jackie was kind of challenging mentally, and Mike was kind of challenging morally, and how things ended.
No, he wasn't.
Well, I didn't say he was challenging physically. I know you killed him pretty easily, but
wasn't even a moral
that is not
question.
true.
Yeah, no, I just think Chad had no problem. I think he thought thinking. No, he
yeah,
didn't think.
Cort was laying
Thinking would be
there.
attributing too much.
Cort was laying there dying, and Chad just said,
That's true.
"It's all right."
Plunk.
I just like to think back on that episode and that literally if Gwen hadn't gotten down there in time, Chad would have let Cort die to kill Mike, putting 2 deaths on
What
his
was I
hands.
supposed
To
to
be fair to
do?
Chad,
That's
could he have done anything?
No.
it's
Yeah.
kind of a king move.
Could have maybe picked him up and moved him or ran him for help.
So he could have died slightly to the left.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, we can't change the past. It doesn't matter anymore.
The past is the past. The future is something, but the present
Wrong.
is a gift, or today's a
I
gift.
can't
That's what we
believe
call the
I can't
present.
believe we're doing this.
We're not doing this.
What was that?
We're not doing this.
Wasn't that a plot line in Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
That was
Yep,
a
that's a
direct
direct quote
quote
from
from
Master
Kung Fu
DJ.
Panda.
Okay.
So I think Fern's gonna give the 5 of you some time to sort of talk by the fireside, and it slowly becomes dark out, and it's nighttime. Michael's invited you all to stay over on various sleeping bags and couches, unless you'd like to go back to where you call home for the night to sort of get a long rest in.
I'm good, dog.
No. I'll stay
I'll
here.
chill at Michael Stipe's house.
Michael Stipe seems to be handling this whole thing very well.
Yeah, Michael,
Question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Michael, were you there the last time this happened?
As ancient as I might look, no.
I don't trust this dude.
However, I have been in like the music industry for like 50 years or something like that. So
That's basically the same thing.
yeah, it's honestly like a tenth of the time between now and the last time, so I feel like I was basically there. And I
Okay.
have seen a
I was
lot
just
of
making sure. I was just establishing that Michael Stipe was not some like enduring being.
as
I
far
like that.
as far as he knows, Michael Stipe is not an immortal. He
Michael
was
Stipe is 60 years old.
Is he 60? I
He's
kind of
60, yeah.
I kind of hit the nail on the head with the 50 years figure, right? From
Has
college
he
to now.
been REM since he was 10?
Mhm. Is he 60 on the dot?
Yeah,
Yeah, he looks good for 60.
he does look good for 60.
Yeah, his bald head sort of, you can't really gather much from his age
It's
based on
hard to
his hair.
gauge age when you shave your head, yeah.
You kind of become timeless, like a cue ball.
That
So
just makes me think that this version of Michael Stipe is some sort of eldritch being.
born before the beginning of time. He goes, no, I was certainly born. I don't remember it, but my parents tell me I was born
How
at some
horrifying would that be if you did?
point. Pretty traumatic, like the worst water slide imaginable.
Oh god.
Oh, good God.
I hate that.
So with that, I think y'all sort of tuck in for the night. You do actually have the option. Do you want a bulldog delivery something to eat?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
This is not advertising, but Gwen really likes Callie and Tito's.
Callie and Tito's does kind of fit the vibe of beating up some snakes at Iron Horse. I don't know how to describe it.
Callie and Tito's slaps,
It's always good.
according to Gwen. I'll say it.
Not according to the radio station you're listening to this on, but according to the
No.
fictional narrative we've set up in Athens. I didn't even think about how this could be a problem when it comes to advertising. Oh no.
You know, no, we're covering our tracks here, Chase. I would never advertise.
No, if anything, we need to fill out a topics form because this is talking about cultural importance.
This is true.
So
Most
Chad
importantly,
does not
the
want Callie.
cultural importance of the Callie and Tito's steak coupon.
it's so good.
Chad does not want Callie and Tito's.
In order
Chad
to-
wants Euro rap.
Oh, Chad, that's a great call. What I wouldn't
Yeah.
give for a
Because-
Euro wrap.
Because Isabel really misses Euro rap every day.
Yeah, I wake up.
Every single day.
I wake up and it's like a part of me that's actively gone. Like it's a part of
Yeah.
me that I came to know and love, and then it died one day.
It's like mourning an actual loss of
Mhm.
like a person.
Guys, I didn't think I'd get this sad tonight.
No, it's pretty sad. It's like, so you know how everyone talks about the day the music died is the day that Buddy Holly died in that plane crash or whatever?
Yeah.
This is the day that like cuisine died. The day that
Sure.
Eurorap shut down.
When
Well, I was like,
you,
the day.
I was like downtown, like North Campus, and I was like, "Ooh, I'll just grab lunch at Eurowrap. I'll just get a little takeout, and then I can eat." And you know what? I walked all the way to Eurowrap. And there I saw it, and I cried a little. I didn't physically cry, but I wanted to cry.
Their phones have been like
come out.
Their phones have been like disconnected since like March, and everybody kind of knew. It was like the first symptom of like a terminal illness of Eurowrap, and
oh god,
Oh my god, man.
I'm sorry, I just can't stop thinking about her Eurowrap.
I miss those feta fries like I miss a child.
It's like a son who went off to war.
Yeah.
Brave soldier Eurowrap come marching home.
So that's what Chad wants.
You know what? And Chad gets it. Chad gets a Euro platter, and of course he gets the feta with the fries.
Oh, I miss
Oh.
I'm gonna cry on air.
This is awful. Talking about the best timeline is making me sad in the worst timeline.
They ask if he wants seasoning salt on his fries, and he says yes, and they say, "Actually, we're out of it."
And he goes, "Of course you are, you funky guys." Oh, I wonder where the covered bridge photo set from Eurowrap went.
Oh yeah.
Not to get super specific, and that sweet like faded wallpaper.
I would like to put that faded wallpaper in my room.
I mean, the faded wallpaper is almost certainly still in there.
Oh, almost certainly.
Who wants to bring in a Eurowrap and take the faded wallpaper?
Next week, D90.5 does some urban exploration.
By urban exploration, we could also mean crime. It just depends who cares.
Next week, D90 has to record out of a jail cell.
I would like that.
We just shout up and down the cell block at each other and start like shouting numbers when we try to do dice rolls. That sounds about right, honestly. So y'all rest the night away, and you wake up the next morning, and Gwen, you've got your furry bike. Is it just fur bike or is it furry bike? Because I don't like saying one as much.
Bike, not a furry bike.
Okay, cool. And
he's not sitting on a like fursuit.
Oh my god.
And Michael's got his Bronco, and he's happy to sort of run you around town. And from what you can tell, it looks like you've got a little bit of time before the next sort of calamity occurs. And did y'all ever figure out where that's gonna be next week?
No.
Do you remember the Addy I dropped?
I don't remember the Addy.
Okay, I believe it was, and my internet's not working. I think my computer's crashing. The address was 320 College Avenue. And I'll let y'all ponder a little bit on what's on College Avenue. But for now, y'all are gonna have just a little bit of a day off. You've got a fair amount of hours before the next occurrence. How do you spend it? And let's start with Chad. Chad, you are sort of legless right now, and Michael has pulled out a wheelchair that he did steal from a Hampton Inn in Birmingham, Alabama, from their sort of accessibility lot. The room did get charged.
Why? Why would you do that, Michael?
That's so incredibly specific. That's got to be a real story, right?
It is not a real story, but Michael Stipe does sort of just kind of quietly nod his head and remember the horrors of like the 70s, 80s rock scene and what they would do to hotel rooms.
And inconveniencing people who need wheelchairs.
I gotta say, 80s like college rock REM does not strike me as the kind of band that would wreck a hotel room.
He was like, this wasn't anyone's specific wheelchair. We just kind of stole it from like guest services in case someone needed it. And like looking back, it's not my morally best decision, but it's one I made, and I have to live with that. But now I'm doing a good thing with the wheelchair I stole. So maybe all's well that ends well, you know.
I mean, I'm inclined to agree, Michael Stipe. I think maybe we should just trash hotel rooms wherever we go.
We just do whatever we want and ask forgiveness later. Like if we
Yeah.
kill an ogre or something, we can always
Hey,
come back from that.
question, Chad. Do you just like hear what you want to hear, or like you just not like
Convenient truths, man.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't really think that critically about what I hear, so
that is apparent.
so yeah, kind of what I want to hear. Sometimes I make things up that people say as well. Like I think in Gwen's voice, Chad, you're really cool, and then in Cort's voice, Chad, you're really smart, and then it makes me feel better.
Okay.
And Michael just kind of says, "So do you need the wheelchair or not?"
Yes, please.
Okay. And he loads you and the wheelchair in the Bronco, and he goes, "All right, where to, Chad? What are you doing today?"
I kind of want to go to Fuzzy's.
Oh yeah. All right.
With my brother Brad.
You can't be like eating the food there, right? Like, hopefully you're just drinking, but it is like 11 in the morning, so.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I hope for his sake he eats something.
Is that Chad voice Gwen, or is that real Gwen that says that?
That's real Gwen that says that.
Okay. So the two of y'all hop in the Bronco, and what sort of music's playing, Chad? What are you playing for Michael Stipe, lead vocalist of REM and like several-time award winner?
Micro gags.
Really?
Chad's just sitting there like, "Hey, you little baby."
Can you say that?
Can you say that on air? You cannot say that on air.
Yeah, I think you can say.
You cannot say.
Oh.
You can't say baby on air.
Yeah, that might be a problem. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Post.
I've got the DJ manual somewhere. I'll look into that. And all right, 22 minutes. I can remember that.
Not to flex, but as former programming director.
Oh my god.
Yeah, how'd you do last week, Anne? How'd you do? You got heated about Han Solo and you swore. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm losing
That's
my
on
mind.
brand for me.
That's about right. Hey, you little pea baby. Anyway, so the two of y'all.
The P word?
No, not the same P. He didn't say P word baby. He said P baby.
Does it end in double S?
No, and neither does the word you're right. Oh, okay. All right.
It can.
It can and might not. It might. I don't know. So the two of y'all race down the road to Fuzzy's, and when you get to Fuzzy's, you run into Brad. Brad is about 6'5", sandy blonde, blue eyes, very muscular frame, and he's single, ladies or men, anyone. He's kind of cool about it. So Brad helps load you into your wheelchair out front, and he goes, "Hey Chad, how's it going, man?"
Brad, how do you think it's going, man?
Looks like you might have lost a little weight there. You look good.
Thank you. I have been working out.
Yeah.
I also lost my leg.
Yeah. Kind of a downer there.
That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. All these like feminists are like, hey, maybe you should like respect women, Chad. And then I'm like, maybe what if I didn't? And then they say, I'm gonna cut your legs off. So maybe I will now.
Yeah, I've been telling you this whole time. You gotta respect women, not just because they're women, but because they're human beings, and all human beings deserve respect. Chad, and look where that got you.
Brad, I think you're right. You've always been the real smart guy of Psi Alpha Pi.
No, I wouldn't say that, man. You're too sweet. I think I've just got a good head on my shoulders, and you know what? So do you. I just don't think you see that about yourself, and I think sometimes you let yourself like get drawn down to your lowest common denominator, but you're pretty great. Uh,
Thank you.
let's get wheeled inside and let's get some food in that belly, huh? You hungry, bud?
Yeah, I'd like a margarita too.
Oh, all right.
Dang.
Well, let's get some food too. I think the two of you proceed inside Fuzzy's. You order some food, and Chad, however reluctantly, and maybe a single lunchtime marg. And the two of you sit down, and Brad and Chad, you joke a little bit. After a minute, the conversation turns a little bit more serious, and he goes, Chad, I know it's been kind of crazy since like the whole big fight at the frat. I ran outside. I was trying to help others, but you okay, bud? You've been real distant. I haven't heard from you on our weekly Monday man check-in. You good?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be real honest. Like, as the president of the frat, I kind of can get away with like not going to those things. And I don't think that I should be getting away with it because I kind of need the man checks.
Yeah.
But it's just been rough, you know. I'm saving the world,
Mm,
which isn't very fun, you know. I thought it'd be like Spider-Man,
mm.
but it's not like Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. When I was back in high school, I was the quarterback and it was our big game. And I thought I could do it alone, man, but halfway through the third quarter, we're losing and I thought, "Hey man, I really need to depend on my brothers, you know?" And
You're so
you
right.
you know, it's not even for our good. We just care about you, man. Tell me how you been.
Oh, thanks, man. You know, it's just been really difficult, you know. I keep fighting people, and everybody, I guess they're not people. I fought a tree, and everybody's always yelling at me, like, hey, Chad, why don't you have some morals? But morals don't really get you anywhere when you're fighting a tree.
Well, what do you mean you fought a tree, dude?
So basically, and I totally believe if you're like, whoa, Chad, this sounds pretty like you're on some drugs, because that's what I thought at first too. I thought, Chad, maybe you should stop taking LSD before bed. But then I realized this is real. So we're currently fighting an evil force, and
Mm,
it was a tree at one point.
yeah?
So I killed the tree.
Well, what do you mean? I still don't understand. Like, did it talk?
Yeah, it talked a lot, and it wouldn't shut up, and it kept talking about how he wanted to munch my bones. And like,
Oh,
you know, I drink a lot of milk,
yeah.
so
So
it
you
makes
got
sense.
those jacked bones, you know?
Yeah, you know. So it's been just some time. I
Hmm.
haven't really had that much time to like think, you know.
Yeah, but so you fought a tree that wanted to eat you, and so like, why were people concerned that you killed it? Like, what made them think you was killable, you know? It sounds like you just chopped down a tree.
Because he was talking. He kept talking. And so this girl Gwen, who like thinks she's so much smarter than me, even though like that's not really fair because I'm a sensitive guy.
Mm.
Um, I'm not that smart, but I'm real sensitive.
It's not like this
Um,
can be boiled down to like actual numbers or anything.
I do have a -1 intelligence modifier. But you know, she just kept going on and on about how he was our friend, and I kept thinking, it's not my fault you didn't grow up with any friends.
Ooh,
Um, you
Chad.
know,
Listen, man. You are a smart guy. I think you're pretty. You got a good head on your shoulders, but I think
You think
what
he's pretty?
no, well, yeah, of course he's my
well,
bro.
Dad, I didn't
Um,
realize you felt this way about me,
yeah, of
bro.
course, man. You're my best friend. I'm right here for you all the time. What I was trying to say was, You got a good head on your shoulders and a good meat computer up there that thinks real good all the time. But I think you need to be a little bit more in touch with your emotional intelligence. And if I had to quantify that, man, it sounds like you're doing a -1 right now. I it,
Yeah.
you gotta your friends are well, first of all, would you consider these people to be your friends too?
I think so. I don't know if they think so though. I think that's my big problem. Is I think Gwen just thinks I'm stupid and Court knows I'm stupid because I failed chemistry 3 times.
Well, your academic achievements have little to nothing to do with it, bro. If you think about it, these people think this way about you because that's the side you've shown them so far. I think you like to sort of shut yourself off and reduce yourself down to a harmful stereotype of just a frat bro who just likes to party and drink and stuff. I think if you were a little bit more open with others and vis-a-vis yourself and those around you, I think others would sort of have more of a three-dimensional picture of who you are, bro. You're Chad.
You're so right, Brad.
You
You
were
know,
you were democratically elected to represent all of us brothers.
thank you. You're so right. I I'm the president of Psi Alpha Pi. And if people don't like me, then they just have an issue with all the brothers of Psi Alpha Pi. And
Well,
I will end them
well,
for daring mess with my frat.
yeah, but also, if you think about it, if you want to be a president of your friend group like you are of the brothers, you have to earn the respect of your friends and also represent them as constituents, you know? The brothers chose you because we thought you best represented us. Your friends will only choose you as leader if you best represent them. You know, bro?
You're so right, Brad. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being here for me.
Of course, man. I've been reading some books on philosophy.
Oh, really?
Sort of contemplating life's big questions, and I thought about you while I was doing it. I know you were going through it. My accent has changed.
Thank you, Brad. I've always felt like you're my best friend in the world. And I'm glad that we're here for each other.
Of course, man, you're my best friend. And he grabs your hand and squeezes it in sort of like a bro handshake, but also a sweet, tender moment.
Aww. I
Now,
love you, Brad.
how about we slam these margs and go hit on those tryouts?
Oh yeah, bro.
um, I think that's a good place to cut that scene. Um, Up next, I think we're gonna peek in on Gwen and Fern, see how they're doing.
Cool. Where are
So,
they?
the two of you, you were working on Chad's new legs previously. Are y'all still hunting and gathering for supplies, or are y'all gonna take a break?
I think they've been hunting and gathering for a while, and not gonna lie, Gwen mostly just volunteered to help collect things, not because she was particularly keen on the prospect of doing that. So she's gonna advocate for a break.
Yeah, that sounds great. What do you want to go do, Gwen?
Um, it's getting kind of late,
Mm-hmm.
but
We
for a
could,
minute since I've been downtown. You want to come?
yeah, no, I don't think. Well, really, I've never really been downtown.
What?
I kind of just study, you know? Like, I get so caught up in my books and my research, and I got a cat. It's so hard to leave her. And, no, I'd love to go downtown. Give it a shot.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. If you've never been downtown, we should probably do like all of it. And by all of it, I mean the two bars I'd go to, Manhattan and Max.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying, but I trust you implicitly. Let's go.
You do?
Yeah, well,
She do?
yeah, I guess I do. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's roll. Michael, we're taking it Bronco.
Well, Michael's out currently, having
Tell
taken
his
out.
owl.
Um, I think y'all have to take the fur bike.
Oh no. Okay.
um,
Fern, would you like to sit on the fur bike's handles while I drive?
I would. Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
Pedal.
But yeah, sure. Are you gonna be able to see? Should I? Do you have like the? You know, I've seen movies. Do they have like the little seat thing on the back, or I can stand on the back wheel? You know?
You could try.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No.
I
I
thought
think
of
I can
that.
just.
But yes, I probably do have that.
I
You're
think.
right. Anyway.
Yeah, I think I can just like scoot right in here behind you. And Court, where you going? I know you don't have a ride now that we've kind of left.
I don't. That's unfortunate. I was gonna go to. I've noticed some similarities between the things going on in standard fantasy tropes that all the nerds in the chem lab talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided I wanted to go down to the Brooklyn Pond to investigate with some nerds.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Gwen, should we drop him off on the way? This thing's got a sidecar. I can throw him in there,
I
and
would
I'll
appreciate
I'll
that.
chill on the back.
Yeah, we could hop on.
Can I have a ride, bro?
Yeah, come on, man.
Thank you.
All right, so the three of y'all tear into town on the fur bike. And what's the music of choice going on?
Um, hmm. Well, oh, 1 second. My cat is being a cat.
Doing what they do best.
Indeed, she's scratching at things. Stop that. Anyway, music of choice would probably be
What's some real
hmm.
What's some real towny music?
Some real towny music would be like
So,
well, real towny music would be like REM.
put on
they're
some
stuck in the
pylon.
80s. But
I'm not
like
doing that.
no. Not now that we personally know Michael. I feel like that'd be weird.
Hey, it's your song. Remember the one you did 30 years ago about the end of the world and how you feel fine? Crazy.
How's that one looking?
Right now, pretty good. I mean, no end of the world in sight, you know? Well,
Cort decides he's had enough and puts on some Charlie XCX.
Because I was gonna say, I think the most towny move would be spending the entire bike ride debating what the best music choice would be.
Honestly,
Cort
yeah.
wants to avoid that.
But we can put on some Charlie. That sounds like
'Cause, you
fun.
know,
Charlie
like
or
that doesn't
Carly
speak.
and Gwen will be fine.
Wait, Will, did you say Charlie or Carly?
I said Charlie.
Okay.
Either way, Gwen's chill with it.
Mm-hmm. So
Cort just wants to go real hard.
do you really? Who did that? I don't know. Not important. So the three of y'all tear into town. I think you're gonna drop Cort off at the Rook and Pond. They're gonna go get situated, and now the two of you have the night ahead of you. Where do you go first?
Probably best to start off at Manhattan, ease into the pool. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're playing pool.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good. I played with the brothers, you know, a good bit, so let's see how
Oh,
we
so you're
do.
probably quite good.
Yeah, we'll do what we can do best. Tag team these fools.
Sounds good. Yeah, no. If you hit them up later in the night, everyone's drunk. It's easier to convince them that you don't know what they're doing and make bets for money.
I see.
That's my income.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna shame you if that is your income. I mean, we do what we can to get by. I'm a grad student.
Income. It's supplemental income, but I do have a job.
Yeah, where do you work?
Jittery Joe's Roaster.
Oh, yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
I had, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good coffee. Maybe we should go sometime. When you're off hours, of course.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I could get you some beans.
Oh, some beans. I'm gonna grow my own coffee plant, my own coffee tree.
Probably. Um, Georgia doesn't really have the climate for that, but
Oh, is it like a climate you need? Like is it very specific?
like rainforesty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see how we would be sort of lacking in that department. Um,
Yeah, I just figured I could get you some beans to like drink.
oh yeah, that'd be great. I would really appreciate that. Um,
Cool.
Earlier you did mention, now that it's getting later, how it's good to beat up these kids sober in pool. Are we staying sober? Are we gonna do that? Or are we gonna like? I thought we were
Uh-huh.
like easing into it, you know?
I'm down to drink if you're down to drink
Yeah,
because I am of legal drinking age.
yeah. As am I, as a grad student at the University of Georgia.
Cool.
So I think the two of you are gonna go over, and she's never been out. So, what drink are you gonna pick for the two of you?
Vodka cranberries.
Oh, well, this is strong, but it's pretty good. That's a good pick.
Have I mentioned that Gwen's gay?
Yes,
I feel like that explains her drink choice. Anyway.
that does. And now for any of our listeners whose like gaydar stopped functioning years ago, um, welcome to subtext.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Um, so let's get into some pool. I think we can do a little bit of a game. Um, you head over to the pool table where you see two of Cort's brothers that you saw from the party earlier tearing up the table because theirs is currently out of commission. And let's think. Brick and Brock turn to you and they say, "Are you two on for a game of pool? What's up? Yeah, hey, you live with us, or you did because that house burned down. But y'all want to play some pool?
I don't know. I'm not really that good, but
Oh, come
okay.
on, it's easy. I can show you how. I'll teach you."
There's no need for that.
Well, it's okay. And I thought some like a newcomer,
No, it's
like
you
a,
can demonstrate.
I
I'll
thought
I'll, I'll watch from here.
you know I thought kind of as a manly man, I thought I'd teach you how to play.
Hmm. Yeah,
How about you know what?
she's gonna glance at Fern
You know
and
what?
is just gonna kind of try to gauge her expression.
How about we put a bit of a bet on it? If I
Oh,
lose, I will pay. If Brick and I lose, we'll pay you $50, and you can swing by and steal a case of whatever you want from our place. And if we
hmm.
win, you two have to go out with us.
Oh. And Gwen is just again going to glance at Fern and is just gonna like nod. I think
Um,
we could do that.
Fern turns to you and just sort of says, "Let's teach these fools." And that's
Sounds
the dirtiest
wonderful.
I'm gonna get on air. Ooh, language. Um, so I think the bros are gonna set up the table for you two, and Gwen, they have kindly allowed you to break. Go ahead and make an athletics roll for me.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, come on. Sorry, my dice roller is I have actual dice, but I've been using the roller to not make sounds.
Oh, that's kind of clever. I've just been kind of
It
rolling
just
onto a
crashed.
piece of paper.
ASMR.
ASMR.
Look, we had to bring back that old classic.
Mm-hmm. ASMR.
Anyway, okay, cool. I have my roll now. Sorry, my browser crashed pretty much right as you were like, ha ha ha, do that. So
the power of Brick and Brock shut down your internet.
Honestly, yeah. You said a athletics roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just a straight up 12.
All right. And on a 12, I think you break it pretty well, and you've got a couple lined up. Brock takes another swing at it, or a first swing at it. Nothing's been knocked in yet. He rolls a 3, so he misses completely, and he turns to Brick, and he goes, "Dang it, dude! I flubbed."
Ooh.
And Fern's gonna go up, and she's gonna go, how about you boys take some notes? I'm your TA. And that's a 19.
Oh my god.
I think she's gonna knock 3 in, and Brick's gonna go, "She dusted you, Brock." And then
Are we stripes or solids?
You are solids.
Cool.
So the first frat bro is gonna go. He rolls another 3. Like, the universe is putting together this story for you. He whiffs equally badly. And he goes, "Oh, I flubbed again. They're never gonna want to go out with us."
Yes.
They're never gonna want to go out for us because of our lack of prowess at pool.
That's it. Yeah, you got it, bud.
Yeah, you got it, bud. Gwen, you're up.
13.
All right, with a 13, you're gonna clear 2 more, leaving I think 2 more solids for y'all to knock in.
What if this gets a 1? Do they just like sink the 8?
Yeah, totally, 100%. That's what they're gonna do. If they got a 2, they knock in the cue ball, and you roll with advantage. I had to come up with a little bit of a pool game in my head.
Nice.
So up next is Brock, and he goes, "All right, hey, batter," and he rolls a 4. So he kind of knocks Stripe in the right direction. He goes, "Just grazed it, kind of alley-ooping my bro over here." And Fern just kind of rolls her eyes and grabs the pool stick and is up next. That is a 17. She cleans up 1 more, leaving a solid and the 8 ball for you, Gwen. Brick is up 1 more time. He rolls a 2. So he sinks the cue ball and he lets out a string of expletives, and he's losing his cool. Gwen,
what expletives?
Hootenanny.
Oh.
Tiddlywinks. Fart. Now Gwen, you're up and you've got advantage.
Awesome. Oh, good, because that was a 5. She gets a 5.
Oh, okay. On a 5, you're gonna sort of bonk one in the right direction, but no such luck as to getting it close.
Sorry, Fern.
We're gonna go through again. The boys have sunk 2. Fern knocked 1 away, and that leaves the 8 ball for you, Gwen. You're gonna need to roll a 11 or higher to sink it, a 2 to a 10 to miss it, and if you get a crit fail, you lose.
Oh God. Okay. That's a nat 20, baby.
Oh, on a nat 20. You're standing in one corner and aiming at the 8 ball in the middle, and you feel a bit of a surge of adrenaline, and you indicate that you're gonna sink it in the pocket that you're shooting from. And the boys have no idea how you're gonna do that. But you wind up, you angle the ball away from you, and you let fly. The cue ball like smoothly glides across the surface of the table, catches the 8 ball just right, and sort of spins it in a sort of like a circular motion, and it comes circling back around to the pocket that you shot from, and you sink it. And the boys' jaw drop, their collective jaws, drop. Fern runs over to you and gives you a big hug, and she flips the bird at the two boys and says, "I'll take my $50 now." And clearly the two of y'all have survived and won this game, and the two boys sort of snap the pool cues over their knees and leave. You will be reporting that to Chad, as that's unbecoming behavior of some brothers downtown.
Of course.
This is the best night ever.
And Fern turns to you and goes, "We won! That's pretty great, right?"
Oh yeah, no, you're really good at pool, Fern.
Yeah, no, that was like the first game I ever played. I don't know what happened there. That's wild.
Wow.
So now what? You want to go like just sit and chat for a while?
I'd like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we could do the classic, just sit outside on the patio.
Yeah, no,
Patio.
that sounds great. I love watching sort of life move by me downtown at night. It's kind of soothing in a weird way.
You've never been downtown?
Oh no, I drive through at night. I kind of like it,
That's
you
fair.
know. In the fall, they've got those string lights that are up, and it's really pretty actually. And like the Georgia Theater marquee, it's pretty nice.
I love Athens.
I love Athens. So the two of y'all sit down outside, and she goes, "Gwen, so like, tell me about yourself. I know you kind of got thrown in a little bit here, and well, I mean, we're all kind of new at this. I've never really tracked down a bunch of monsters to kill them before, but it can't be easy. I mean, it's not easy for me. Tell me about how are you?"
I'm okay. I don't know. I'm in a weird spot. I guess just feel like everyone else is like here at school, and like I've just been here a hot minute. So I don't know. The monster hunting's kind of nice in a way. It's just breaking up, you know. I do the same thing every day. I get up, I ride my fur bike over the roaster. I open and I roast beans for the next like 4 to 5 hours. And then I just kind of end up at Manhattan for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound too bad, but I absolutely understand monotony. I bet that drives you crazy some days.
Yeah, it does. I miss my friends the most, I think.
Yeah.
They all left town.
They all left town and what, got jobs somewhere?
Yeah. I have a few friends out in like Seattle. They did like tech stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you I don't this might be weird for me to ask, but like do you have any like one person that you like spend your time with, or like that I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to ask. Like are you seeing anybody, or like do you not have anyone that sort of breaks up that monotony?
No. Which is a shame.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really nice to have someone like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The thought has crossed my mind, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they like me.
Well, you're a great person. I don't know what there would be to not like about you. I mean, I like you a lot. I just met you a couple of days ago, and I already really like you.
Fern?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Gwen's gay. I think you underestimate the lack of forwardness that is going to come out here.
Yeah?
But, to be like, yeah, so, what about you?
I mean, I really, really, really like you. Like, I like spending time with you. Like, I'm glad we got to do this. Like, I've never really wanted to hang out with someone more than I do want to hang out with you.
Huh.
I mean, we don't have to, like, do anything about it, and I know, like, it's kind of the end of the world right now, and there's probably a lot going on for you, but, like, at least we...
No, that's perfect.
glad we're talking about it. It's nice.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I think you're really cool, and
I
I'm
think
sorry
it's a,
I
no, no,
get
no,
like this
no, no,
because
no,
you're really
no,
cool, and I don't really know what to say. Like 90% of the time that I'm with you,
no, no, no. You're
my throat closes up a little bit. And
no, you're really cool too. You're really, really cool. I would like to keep doing this.
it'd be nice. Yeah. Um. What are you doing tomorrow?
Um, I think we're gonna be coordinating beating up whatever shows up at the like city hall, but
That's
um
hot.
I mean after that I'd love to grab dinner or something.
That'd be really nice. Will you be joining us for the monster bashing?
Um, I haven't really I'm really bad at getting like into it and getting my hands dirty, but maybe I'll try one of these days. It seems like you'll have a lot of fun.
We bond
Yeah,
sometimes.
well, it sounds like, it seems like you're fine with like Court, but it seems like Chad, y'all butt heads all the time.
Yeah, I just don't think he like thinks.
Yeah,
He
I
kind of
mean,
just bashes. And like, okay, I'm not anti-bashing, but
mm-hmm,
like, come on, man.
mm-hmm. I
He
think,
just kind of murdered Mike, like in cold blood.
yeah, that was
Mike
really,
had blood, but
really,
still.
that was really pretty uncool of him. But it sounds like he kind of indirectly saved Court, even though he got them into that trouble. It seems like he's a good guy. It just seems like he's a little misguided, And I hate that it falls on the rest of us to sort of like point him in the right direction. And he should really have sort of matured and figured these things out on his own before like college, but you know,
Yeah, I
uh,
guess
yeah,
some people are like that.
yeah. Well, I know he'll come around, and she puts her head on your shoulder, and the two of you just sort of stare straight ahead at the traffic and the lights and everything going on in downtown Athens. And she goes,
Gwen's gonna put her arm around Fern.
and she said, "I think it's gonna work out."
Well, if you think it, I'll entertain the thought.
We're gonna go next to Court, who's hanging out at the Rook and Pawn. Um,
Okay.
Court, you've really kind of picked an interesting place to go, and kind of by yourself. What are you gonna do upon arrival?
I basically, I wanna find someone who's playing the game and I don't know, get crash coursed in fantasy tropes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Court was always too. Oh, go ahead.
okay, you walk into the Rook and Pawn, and you notice the entire place is empty, save the guy working the bar and the coffee bar,
I've made a mistake.
and a party of four middle schoolers, just
God.
sort of motley crew. Um, yeah, just four middle schoolers. And they all seem to be crowded around a sheet of sketch paper in which you see some crudely drawn squares. You see some little bits of like buttons and other things that you take to represent figures, and you can hear that they're being hushed excitedly. One of them's describing a scene, and the rest of them look giddy to be playing. What do you do?
We're beating restraint. First I'm gonna go up to the counter and order a coffee.
Bartender
Hello,
says, "How do you want it?"
black.
Okay, yeah, of course, that's pretty easy. Um, you see those
Is
kids
it
over
What?
there?
still like 11 p.m. right now?
Don't worry about
It's
it.
like I think seven or eight.
Okay.
He kind of laughs as he's watching the kids while he's making your coffee. He's like, "These kids have been in here all day. I can't make heads or tails of what they're playing over there, but they seem like they're having fun."
I was gonna ask what the kiddos are up to. This place just been empty, just them all day.
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow day. I'm pretty sure, like in universe, since y'all's party happened on like a Friday, it might be like a Monday.
Yeah, that would
That
make
all
sense. Yeah.
that all this is happening. He goes, kind of a slow evening for us here, but I'm happy
Been
these kids
it's been
come
a
in
weird
after
couple
school.
days around. Been a weird couple days around town, huh?
Oh yeah, I heard about you hear about that frat house? It got beat up by some guys. I don't know anything about that, and
Yeah, I heard about that. That was weird.
yeah, strange. All they could find was these burned up boxes. That's pretty wild. Uh,
Weird. What
and then I think people probably have heard about the incident at the tree room. He goes, yeah, out there west of town towards the railroads. Heard something went down over there too. Don't quite know anything about that either. There's some weird going on around town.
for sure.
Yeah, I came all the way down here from Boston, and this place is strange. Is it always like this? You from around here?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty part of the course.
Oh, well maybe
No, this
maybe I need
no,
to look into moving.
this this is pretty out there for me as well. Do you think the kids are? It's gonna sound weird. Do you think the kids would welcome a fifth player?
No, I mean, no harm in asking,
All right, I'm gonna say thanks and pay for my coffee and head over to the kiddos.
Okay. As you head over to the kids, you attract the attention of this bigger middle schooler. He looks to be about probably 13. He's taller than the rest, and he goes, "A foe approaches the table.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Speak."
Cort kind of rolls his eyes and says, just kind of, what do you kids up to? What do you got going on here?
And then a smaller girl who probably looks to be around 11 or 12, she speaks up and she goes, "We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm an elf and I cast spells and I'm
Why does she talk like a
multiclassing.
toddler?
I'm multiclassing. I've got a speech impediment. You're very rude."
Oh my god. I am so sorry. Oh god.
It's quite all right. I'm just having
I just
fun
made
with
fun
my
of a
friends.
child.
This voice is to indicate that I am younger than you as the protagonist of the scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that. Thank you.
You're the main character, and we're all just extras in your life.
What someone had to say it.
And then the figure who looks to be the DM, and he's probably in around 6th grade. He stands up, and when he stands up, he looks to be all of like 5 feet, so about your height.
Oh man.
He looks at you and says, "Hail and well met, traveler. What is your name?"
I say, my name's Cort. Hail and well met, indeed.
"Hi, I'm
Except I misheard him, so I said Kale.
Kale and well met. Well, my name's Cole, but I guess you were close. Over here we've got Jenny. That's my little sister.
Hey, Jenny.
And over there, that big guy. That's Brad. We're very.
Oh my god.
We're
I
very.
know a guy named Brad.
You know a guy named Brad? Tell me about your
I know
Brad.
a guy. He's you guys know what? Do middle schools know what frats are?
Yeah, just the big parties with all the big good friends, right? They all hang out.
Yeah. He's a really big good friend. He likes to party.
Oh, he likes to party. He likes to party.
I forgot to find middle schoolers.
Well,
Anyway,
you have just joined us in a very far away adventure in the land of Faerun. We are playing Dungeons and
what?
Dragons.
Great. Tell me about it. What's the gist? What's the game about?
And one of them turns to you and he goes, "Wow, we're role playing. Are you familiar with the concept of role play?"
Oh, I'm familiar with that. But I'm saying, you guys ever doing a games with snakes?
It's snakes?
Maybe snake people?
I mean,
maybe talking birds?
I mean, there can be some of them, like it. I don't know. I'm doing this accent. He goes, "Well, there can't be some of them. It sort of depends on the area we are and the enemies that might be sort of native to the setting we're in. Right now, we're doing a campaign through the Underdark. So we're fighting evil elves that live under the earth, and they live in dwarven cities, and they construct men out of meat and detritus, and they're evil.
That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
What do you? How do you take them down? How do you defeat the Underdark? What's the code? What button do I have to press?
So all of us, we're playing different characters, and we've got different classes, and then...
Well, that just sounds too complicated. How is that fun? Why would anyone want to do that?
Well, you see, what the best part of this game is you make it what you want it to be. You can be however creative you want to be, and you can do pretty much whatever you want to do. And then I tell the people, all my players and their characters, what they can and can't do based on how well they roll. Some people are better than others at some things, and that's just life, you know?
Sure is. Awfully wise for a 12-year-old.
No, I'm not. I'm just reading out of the player's handbook.
Okay, that's classic.
If you want, I can print you off a copy. I didn't buy it. I found a PDF online.
Hey, that's what I do with textbooks. You're all good, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're expensive nowadays. I'm not gonna pay.
It's crazy. You kids know what price gouging means?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Gaily Gygax got us by the balls.
Oh man, I'll take a sip of my coffee to
that. So he goes, well, do you want to take a seat and sort of watch a little bit?
Sure would love to.
Okay. And you sit down and you can see sort of scrawled onto this piece of paper, they're in a large throne room, and I forget their names.
Danny was one, Brad was one.
Yes. And the DM gestures to a large chess piece, which you take to be a sort of barbarian figure. And he goes, all right, herald the unswain, take an attack against the mind flail. And they roll to attack, and they hit, and he goes, all right, so what you see here is he rolled a first number. Wait, do you care about the dice, or are you more about the enemies and what?
Just tell what the enemies are and how to beat them.
Yeah. So this guy, he's a mind flail. Basically, he's like this race of evildoers that suck your brain out, and they take what you learn, and they're very bad guys. They're very crafty and evil. But the funny thing is, not all the monsters are bad. I mean, I know they're monsters, but they can choose to be good or bad sometimes. I mean, sometimes you just beat them up and they're evil, but you don't always do everything in this game by fighting, you know? It's kind of like recess.
Do you have recess in middle school in Athens?
Yeah, they kind of just let us out into a field. It's more like a back lot, and we just all kind of... Well, there's this thing I can't talk about where people hit each other very hard, but I'm not supposed to talk about it. But mostly...
This is a whole other thing to the party to investigate. Jeez.
No, this is just sort of the normal happening. This isn't evil. This is just kids.
It's just kids being awful.
Just kids being kids, you know.
Fight Club.
Well, yeah. No, I can't call it that, but yeah. Your words, not mine, Mister. Well, so what was your name? I'm sorry, I kind of skipped over. Did I say your name? I'm very forgetful. No, it's Cork, right? Cork, the top of a bottle.
With a T, Cort.
Oh, okay. My mom,
like a tennis court.
My mom loves popping corks, but you're Cort. Okay.
God.
Here.
Yeah. So, did what I say make sense about some things being evil, some being good? You know.
I can grasp the concept. It's a little out there for me, but
Well, I mean,
I'll think about it.
yeah. But the big thing about Dungeons and Dragons is you can always fight your way out of a situation, but sometimes it's better if you talk it out. Like earlier, we had the bard character who performed so his group could stay for free at night, and then he tried to get a girlfriend, and she said no. But
Ooh,
at
that's
least
rough.
they got the free room for the night. That was pretty cool.
That's rough, buddy.
But the cool thing, this is why I can't play because my parents won't let me, because I'm young and sort of able to be influenced. Dungeons and Dragons has its own pantheon of gods. Are you familiar with theology?
Just as an abstract concept.
Yeah, just sort of the pantheon of beliefs that any person can have. There was like 6 or 7 major world religions, if you want a whale.
I'm not familiar. I'm a STEM major.
Oh, so some people believe that there's something after we die, and then some believe that there isn't. But we're gonna talk about the former party right now. In Dungeons and Dragons, there's gods and goddesses too. Some of them are old and ancient, and I don't even know if they're good or evil. They're just there, and they don't really care about what happens. But then some of them get very involved in what's going on, and then some of them make life harder for other people. And then sometimes humans who care about them a lot can make them do things on Earth. Or Faerun, I mean, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Doesn't really happen anymore, but some people wrote that it did a long time ago.
You kids ever think of D&D as analogous to real life?
No, are you crazy? We have to separate art from reality. My
Yeah, right,
friends,
it's a little bit of stretch. My bad, guys.
my friends play GTA. You think I'm gonna go out and punch someone and take a call? That's illegal.
Maybe I don't know what the kids are doing these days.
The kids are all white, you know.
Wow.
Didn't you just say they punch each other?
I
You
mean,
did. Yeah, you do not sound all right.
they're all white and amongst each other. We're sort of a self-contained social caste. We don't punch adults, and they don't punch us.
I feel like there are more problems within that to be unpacked, but maybe this is not the time.
No, we're just playing Dungeons and Dragons right now.
Look, man, I just want to know how to kill a monster.
Usually the best way is you hit it a lot, or you hit it with spells, or fire, or lightning. Sometimes you can talk to it. Usually the ones you can talk to, you can like let live. But sometimes you have a barbarian who just flies off the handle a lot and just kills it. That's kind of frustrating because I'm like, as a dungeon master, I'm like, I wanted you to get to know this character that I carefully crafted, and you basically murdered my son. But
Much to think about.
Sorry, fuck.
it is what it is. Life can be very frustrating as a dungeon master. People don't talk about this enough. Any other questions?
Yeah, you kids aware of the weird stuff happening around town?
Yeah,
these days?
so yeah, my friend Bobby, he told me that there was some animated nights in the basement of a flat house, and then my friend Sarah, she told me that there were an ogre who lived in the tree from the tree room, and then my friend Newt, they told me that there was some living snakes out towards the Iron Horse, and a really horny boy named Jackie, who came to visit the school to play Phoebe Wizards for us, but we were all too happy, and he said, "This is very sad, I'm going to leave now."
Thank God. You should not, if that bird comes around, you should not talk to him.
Indecently expose himself to children?
No, Jackie played Phoebe
I'm glad
Bridges
he
for the
died.
kids. Jackie
You
played
guys should
Phoebe
not.
Bridges for the kids. He didn't want to, he wasn't doing anything else. And you
Listen,
can't
if you
prove
see a
it.
talking bird again, you should not talk to it.
He goes, yeah, they have talking birds in Dungeons and Dragons. They're called Awakakwa.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you think continue to play Dungeons and Dragons while this stuff happens around town? Isn't that a little on the nose?
Have you seen that movie Jumanji, or there was that one called Zephora?
I've seen both, yeah.
Where they play a game and then it happens in real life.
Yeah.
Well, those are works of fiction, and the sort of actions of real life have no bearing based off of fiction.
Listen, you're the DM, right?
Yes.
What's your plan for next session you guys are playing? I'll give you $5 if you tell me.
All right, everybody cover your ears. Listen.
Cort pulls out his wallet.
Give me the money up first, mister.
I'll give you half up front.
You do have a hard bargain. How about $3 up front and $2 upon completion?
I take a minute to think about it. I scratch my chin. You got a deal.
Excellent. And he pockets the $3. And he says, all right, so next time around, I was thinking about having my people clear out a haunted house. And the haunted house, there's going to be all these ghosts. And some of them are good, but some of them are bad. Have you ever played No, I have a hard time with elves. Luigi's Mansion.
My roommate has, yeah.
Oh, you have a roommate. That's cool. I have a
Yeah,
roommate.
I'm in college and can't afford to live on my own.
I had a roommate, but my mama said I absorbed him.
You're gonna have a roommate again. It could happen to you.
Wait, are you saying womb or womb?
Room.
Womb.
Room.
Womb? Like.
Okay, say.
Mommy.
What noise does a car make?
Womb womb.
All right, thanks for your help, kids. I gotta go.
Oh, you're very welcome. Have a great day. Come back anytime. Bye. Bye.
Right. I'm gonna go find the lovebirds.
Okay. So you go and find Fern and Gwen, and Fern sort of turns to look at you, taking her head off of your shoulder, Gwen, and she goes, "Oh hey, Cort. What's up?"
I'm completely oblivious to whatever's going on between them two. Listen, I think we're in a Jumanji-like situation. I had a crazy enlightening conversation with a bunch of 12-year-olds. I got a theory.
Yeah.
I think we are at the whims of a bunch of middle schoolers playing D&D, and I think we're gonna have to clear out a haunted house tomorrow.
Is that like theoretical, or is that like?
No.
Oh.
I think we are literally pawns in their game.
Oh.
I think our life depends on a 12-year-old named Brad.
Like Pathologic?
What do you mean Pathologic?
You ever play Pathologic all the way to the end?
I don't know what that
you
is.
ever get the ending? Oh, never mind. It's a game.
I mean,
no spoilers, but also spoilers. It's revealed that you're just like playing out this like really like dark fantasy of like two kids in a sandbox.
Well, basically, Cort is having a borderline mental break because he believes that he is a pawn in these middle schoolers. What?
It's like that book. Do you remember that there used to be a book called like I Met God, he's a 12-year-old with Tourette's or something, which looking back, I have no idea what it was about or anything like that. It could have been horribly offensive, and I apologize ahead of time, but I think it was like a comedy. I don't remember.
There was a book called There Is No Dog, which is essentially what if God was a hormonal 16-year-old.
Oh, that could be fun.
So kind of same energy.
Yeah.
So friends, like, so what they said about a haunted house?
We gotta fight ghosts. Some of the ghosts will be good. Apparently, you don't have to solve all your problems with violence. I'm having a real upturning of my life philosophy here.
I mean, that's what Gwen said like this whole time, and then
I don't remember her saying that.
Thank you.
And then you turn around, and Brad and Chad are rolling up the street to y'all.
Oh, thank God.
Hey guys.
Guys, I've had a doozy of an evening.
Me too.
And Brad goes, I let y'all hang out. I'll see myself out. And then he kind of walks off downtown.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, Chad. Love you.
I love you more, bro.
No, not possible. I love
Gwen's
you more.
hurt.
kind of warms at witnessing this. She's like, okay, I see.
If Cort wasn't mid psycho episode, his heart would warm as well.
Yeah.
Cort, you look kind of busted. What's up, sibling?
I am busted, man. Stuff's getting weird.
What do you mean? Like a
Yeah,
daytime trip kind of weird? Or like seeing me not with a drink?
You ever see Jumanji, Chad?
No.
You ever see Zathura?
No. I've
You ever
seen
see the Jumanji movies with
Fern-
Rock Johnson and Karen Gillan and Jack Black?
I've seen Cars.
Fern
I think we
turns.
can just assume that Chad has not seen any of the films that you are going to try to draw a comparison between.
Fern
Or
turns
any
to
that
Chad
are
and he
gonna
goes,
know-
"Are you?" She goes, "Are you familiar with Christianity? The idea we're all kind of pawns in God's hands."
I go to Freshly.
Well, yeah. So it's
Close
like
enough.
that. It's just like Freshly.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically,
That's
Freshly
what they
kids were half
talk about there.
I don't know. I've never been. But I mean, this all does kind of seem like we're dealing with some higher power that wants to mess with y'all.
Listen, the Freshly kids are half right. It's not God. It's 4 12-year-olds at the Rook and Pod playing D&D.
Wait a second.
I saw God, and God was 4 12-year-olds.
So, what about it convinced you that they're like? I mean,
Listen,
why
man,
those 4 12-year-olds?
They gotta fight monsters. We gotta fight monsters. That's about it.
Wait.
The parallels, Gwen.
Cort,
It's
they didn't have D&D 500 years ago.
that's
Listen,
not
all I'm
true.
saying,
They had 20-sided die in Egypt.
And imaginations.
True.
They had all they needed.
Yeah,
outside of the game, is that legit?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Sick. I'm gonna look that up later. Anyway,
Let me check Snopes, but yeah.
All you need is like a concept of the numbers 1 through 20 and like an object that kind of might roll that.
kind of hard for Chad then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry, not. Oh, I will literally. Yes, no. There's literally one in the Met of a 20-sided die with faces inscribed with Greek letters.
Hey, that's cool. I'm gonna adopt that into my canon immediately. And I think as y'all are discussing this, Michael Stipe's gonna pull up in the Bronco. He's gonna hop out with a pair of legs between him, and he goes, "All right, Chad. These finished up in the kiln for you. Fern, you want to show him what you've been working on?" And Fern goes, "Sure. Let me take care of this." And she grabs the legs and puts them in the stirrups of the wheelchair below Chad's knee, and her hands start to glow, and a bit of tendril of gold comes out of the palm of either hand, wraps around Chad's knees, and holds them in place with his new legs, and they sort of solidify, and you kind of get blinded by a little bit of light, and the two pieces of leg become one. And Chad, you are whole once more.
Thanks, bro.
I mean, no problem. I'm kind of surprised. Does no one want to talk about the fact that I just did healing magic? That was.
How
I've
do you
seen a lot of stuff.
What?
That's just
days.
that's just reconfirming Cort's faith in his new belief.
Cort's sitting in the corner going, "Oh my god."
Chad doesn't question anything he sees because he just assumes that it makes sense to everyone else and just not him.
Oh my
I
god.
respect that.
A fair
Honestly.
assumption.
Fern's like, "I'm kind of freaking out, guys. Like, this is like, that's pretty big."
Cort's saying, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
we're pawns at the whims of 12-year-olds.
And as soon as you say, pawns in the whims of 12-year-olds, a beam of green light descends from the heaven and smashes into the roof of City Hall, caving it in from the top
God.
all the way down. The
we
crowds
gotta go
around
to
you
the
on the street scream, and green light glows around downtown Athens. You hear sirens, and you hear commotion, and you see a figure in the windows of the top floor of City Hall begin to glow. And I think that's where we're gonna leave this episode. The beach episode.
Huh.
All right. Thank you for listening to D90.5. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.